Hi, Mariah. Happy end of the year. So this is you at the beginning of the year, setting goals after coming back from Wolfpack and seeing if you achieved quite a number or a few of those goals. Ready? 10 questions. 1. Did you do the 100 days fast as instructed by God?
Yes, I did. I did.
Did you start the Estate and Family Bible Plan?
Yes.
Bible study group?
Yes.
Did you finish your NT, New Testament 1-year Bible plan?
We're almost done.
Your business, how is it going? Did you have at least 50 clients this year?
Well.
Did you start the 1 day in your life family edition?
I did.
Did you grow your stocks back to what they used to be last year? Did you release the coloring book that God put in your mind since last year? Did you release it in April? Did you go on date nights with your husband? Did you try at least a few of the A to Z dating tips that were shared? Your children, did you spend quality time training them this year? Can they feed themselves? Can they do things for themselves? Have they really grown? And finally, did you lose at least 20 kg this year? You did the fast. Did you maintain it by exercising? These are my 10 questions for you, and I hope you achieved a few or a lot on this list. Mwah. So this video is a continuation because even though I set goals at the beginning of the year in January, along the course of 2025, other goals silently crept in or even loudly crept in, and I would want to put that in this video, so that when we're looking back in a wholesome way. So I want to thank God also because aside from the coloring book, I was able to do this parenting prayer journal. I was also able to do a 30 days prayer challenge on my YouTube page. I thank God because that cause of obedience spiraled into so many other things that were essential to my life in the year 2025. 2025 was a year of submission to God, a year of obedience. The 100 days fast was one of the best things I'd ever done for myself in my entire life. And if I have the opportunity, if I'm instructed, if I feel led to do it again, because I did not do it of my own volition, I don't even think I want to do it by myself again. But if I feel led by the grace and by the strength of the Holy Spirit to do it again, it's something I would do. My body thanked me for it. My mind thanked me for it. My destiny thanked me for it. Okay? So, thank God for the 2 books I was able to achieve by God's grace and by God's strength this year. I also want to thank God for another goal that I put forth this year, and that was to intentionally beautify my life. This little act of painting my nails, of taking really good care of my hair, of going into gardening, cultivating my environment, beautifying my home, they really changed my life. They really added to my peace. They added to my serenity. They added to my joy, my happiness. They increased the love in my home. And I want to credit one of my neighbors who inspired me to really take up gardening more seriously, Mr. Gabriel Omi. His house was a beautiful oasis of different plants, different flowers, and mine was just, it was good. It was green. It had shrubs. It was basic. But looking at his, I began to, want to do better. And I can tell you one of the best things I did for myself, for my home, was going into gardening actively this year. I loved it so much. And I thank God that I did that. Another goal or another dream that came up along the way was to know God more intentionally. And I started the Rema Bible Training Center, the training school this year. So I thank God because I have started that. It's a goal that will, spiral into 2026, but I thank God for the ability to achieve that. I also proposed in my heart to be a better friend and family. This was one of my most peaceful years for relationships, for friendships in my family, and just generally. I thank God for I've already said it, I was intentional about grooming and helping my children to grow. It showed so much in the academics. Joshua now knows how to play the piano. There are new things that he's doing, the abacus. Ezekiel is very sound, very sharp. And we had a lot of fun this year. I'd missed all the intentionally growing, by grooming and growing them intentionally. We also had many special moments. We grew fonder of each other. We knew each other more. We played a lot. We went to many fun places because that was part of the whole thing. And I enjoyed my children so much more this year. I enjoyed my relationship with them. So in total, it has been a total package. Even the A to Z dating, I didn't really do that. I didn't really do that with my husband. I tried. And he was a very nice, beautiful, compliant husband, but we couldn't really pull it off. So that's something that I hope to work on more next year. Building my stocks, building my photography business as well. I became better. I was so proud of myself that I even did in doing my birthday portraits. I honed my skills some more, and even towards the end of the year, I see that I am growing more, because I am self-taught. My photography, I picked up by myself. I have over the years I have taught myself. I know that I am lacking in a lot of things, but this year I've seen myself grow in skills, in the way that I run the business, in charging, in negotiating, in keeping up with my clients. I had many clients return and come back, and it was heartwarming. It was beautiful. And I look forward to what next year has to offer. I thank everyone who has supported me, who has been there for me, who has stood by me, who has been loyal to me. I thank everyone who has given me the opportunity to stand by them to this year. This year, my friends were like, Mariah, you were a good friend. And thank you for being my friend. It was heartwarming. I thank God for His grace upon my life, upon my family. This was a beautiful year. 2025 was a beautiful, beautiful year. And for everything that I could not achieve and everything that there is more to be, I pray for God's grace to be able to do it, and even more in 2026. 2026 we go harder. Final word, this method of goal setting has been my most effective. During the course of the year, I would always go back to this video because I saved the video. I saved it with, at the beginning of the year is January, but you can edit the date that the video is. So I edited the video to be at the end of December. I don't know if it makes sense, but the video was always at the top of my feed. So from time to time, I would always play the video, and it would inspire me, especially with my Bible reading. When I was getting weak, I would play it and say, oh, have you finished reading your New Testament Bible? Then I would go back to it again. Have you done this? Then I would go back to it again. Have you done that? And because these things were not just self-motivated, they were also leadings that I felt they were by God. It was, whenever I was feeling weak, I could easily just tap into God's grace. For my stocks and my bonds, even I tried this year, but we go harder next year. So if you are looking for an effective way of goal setting, I would advise you do a video and encourage yourself. Okay. So this is me saying happy end of the year. See you in 2026. By God's grace, it's going to be our most beautiful and wonderful year yet. Remember, it's not too early to start to think about the things that you want to achieve in the year 2026. There's really something about the new year, new me. People say the change of a date does not. Take the opportunity. The new year comes with fresh energy. Harness that energy and set new goals. Do things that you would look back in the course of that year and be grateful to yourself that you did. Do things that your future self will thank you for, just the way I'm thanking myself now. Of course, I think I lost about, 10, 15, and I've kind of maintained it. but we go harder next year. Okay. Moving on. Thank you for staying so far, you, my subscribers. Thank you for watching all the time. Thank you for encouraging. And I think I'm rambling and talking on and on and on now. I don't want to say goodbye, but goodbye. Goodbye to 2025 as well. Thank you, 2025, for being an amazing year.